Welcome back. Russia is testing underwater nuclear superweapons that could reach America's shores, generating radioactive tsunamis, or so they claim. Yeah, here to separate the fact from the fiction on Russia's nuclear program, former special advisor to Ukraine, Commander-in-Chief Dan Rice. Great to have you here. Joining him, also former Trump Security Council Chief of Staff and Executive Secretary Fred Fleitz. Dan, you know, Putin claims that that Russia's new superweapon here, it's a nuclear-powered underwater drone. It's been nicknamed the Poseidon. It has the ability to detonate off the enemy coastlines and generate these radioactive tsunamis. Should we take them at their word on this? Is this a legitimate weapon?
John, I don't think we have to worry about this at all. This is just another saber rattling by Putin. When he gets nervous and when he gets intimidated, he saber rattles. Basically, this is just another weapon of Armageddon. Even if it works, he already has enough nuclear weapons to destroy the world. Adding another one that's nuclear powered and a torpedo is just some kind of crazy intimidation tactic, but it doesn't really matter. He has enough weapons. If he had the political will, which thank God he doesn't, he could destroy the world right now with enough nuclear weapons. Getting another one is just ridiculous. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It's the timing that matters. He's doing this because he's feeling pressure, because now President Trump has the ability to give Tomahawks to Ukraine, which we need to do, and the DoD has approved it. We have enough weapons, and so this is a response that Putin has when he's backed up against the wall to saber rattle.
Yeah, and Fred, you talked about this last week as well when this came out. Russia seems to be raising the stakes here. Trump announced on Truth Social that he intends for the U.S. to restart our own weapons testing just in wake of this. Does that put even more pressure now on Putin, given what Dan just said?
I think it sends a powerful message to Russia and China that we know you're cheating on a 1992 moratorium on nuclear tests. And we're not going to put up with it. Look, our nuclear arsenal is way behind. Some of it is deteriorating. We know nuclear scientists who've never seen a nuclear test. If we're going to have nuclear weapons, they have to be modernized. We have to know they will work. And I think this fear-mongering from the Russians played a role in this. And, you know, maybe there'll be a big treaty that will make sure that Russia and China and the U.S. do not do any nuclear testing, but I don't think we're near that right now.
Dan, does it escalate things when all this talk and rhetoric, and whether or not they actually do the weapons testing, does it kind of escalate the tensions at all?
I think Putin was very effective in intimidating Jake Sullivan and the Biden administration. And anytime, even when we're providing defensive weapons like Patriots to take out cruise missiles, Putin would saber rattle and Jake Sullivan would back down. President Trump is not like that. President Trump is not going to back down. If they're going to start testing nuclear weapons, he's going to start in response. It's irrelevant to the war. It's irrelevant really overall. It's a waste of money, but he's not going to be intimidated. The key is that we need to increase the pressure on Putin in Ukraine to withdraw. That helps our deterrence in Taiwan and other places. It's really important at this point to give offensive weapons to Ukraine. You can't continue to give only defensive weapons. No matter what Putin does to try to escalate and saber rattle, the bottom line is the war is in Ukraine. We need to get back to 91 borders, and we can if we give her the offensive weapons like Tomahawk.
Yeah, and let's stay on Russia-Ukraine for a minute here. Russia's latest strikes there, Fred, on the nuclear damaged power plant there, prompting this International Atomic Energy Agency here to write that the issue is critical, that the warning right now is critical. Overnight, the attacks on Ukraine's power grid took electricity there from nearly 60,000 people. Is Russia now targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure? Is that the next move of Putin's playbook?
Oh, no, it's long been targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure. And I think with Putin's simple refusal to abide by President Trump's incredible efforts to end this war, the generous efforts by Trump is going to up the ante. And he hasn't agreed to give Tomahawks to Ukraine yet. I understand the Pentagon is willing to do that. But Trump has significantly upgraded sanctions against Russia, very, very painful sanctions on energy. And I think we're going to see Tomahawk missiles soon if Putin doesn't come to the bargaining table.
And just lastly here, Dan, I'll get your take on overnight. Trump directed the military here to take out another drug boat operated by the narco-terrorist in the Caribbean Sea. Are these strikes, he says he's not going to let up. He's going to keep hitting these boats if he sees them in the water. Your take from the latest one after some pushback there from the left.
Sure. We've known for years that these drug boats have been coming from Venezuela, and it's clearly necessary to take them out. Now, the legality of it will leave up to the Department of Defense lawyers and the Supreme Court eventually. But right now, this is the 15th strike. Very effective. you're going to not want to see, you're not going to want to be a terrorist delivering drugs to the United States soon. And that's effective deterrence against drugs, which is a major issue within the United States. I think it's great that we're hitting these drug boats. It's kind of a flashback to clear and present danger. And Harrison Ford, who now Harrison Ford is really anti-Trump because I guess he sees his character being imitated here. But I think this is great to see us going after the drug boats, and it will deter drug delivery for sure. It also stars Venezuela from drug capital that keep the terrorism going.
Yeah, that was a good movie too, by the way. Fred, just your take. Lastly, on these, I know you've been following this very closely. We've talked several times about these narco boats. The latest one, though, the latest strike. Your take.
Look, Venezuela is a narco state. Its military is involved in drug trafficking. Its government's involved. It's not just sending small ships and smugglers. It's sending small submarines to bring illegal drugs to our country. This is a war against our country. Trump is not going to let these drug smugglers and this narco government hide behind the UN and international law. He's going to hit them hard.
All right. We'll continue to follow it. Dan Rice, Fred Fleitz, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on this Sunday morning here.
Thank you.